Live from your trusted local news source, KCRG News starts now.
Good morning and happy Saturday, December 20th. We are 4 days away from Santa's arrival.
He is coming fast.
He's preparing.
It takes a while, and all of a sudden you count it down, and it's almost time for Christmas. In fact, in 1 week, Christmas itself, the holiday, will be done.
That's crazy.
Goes that fast.
That is so crazy to think about. Joe is joining me this morning on our weekend morning stream. I'm thrilled to have you. We always have
Great
a
to
good
be
time
here,
on our
absolutely.
streams. This weekend, we're really talking about the lead up to Christmas. You know, we've got a lot to get done before the 4 days are up.
This can be a high anxiety for people this weekend because there's a lot of things going on, and people think they have to have everything absolutely done. And I'm guilty of that too. I am very guilty of that. But you think you have to get the cards out, you have to get food ready, you have to get snacks or cookies made, you've got to get decorations done, you've got to have the house just so. There's so many things that people prepare, and rightly so in many ways, but it can be, again, very stressful right now.
So hopefully we can ease some of the stresses, at least when it comes to travel and some of the weather you might be facing this weekend. But we were chatting a little bit earlier this morning. This weekend is that final shopping push. So
now there are those. Do you know any of them that wait till the 24th? You do? I can't believe that. You do? That's a shock.
For stocking stuff.
Okay.
All of my other shopping is done.
But you will wait now until the 24th and do your stocking stuff.
It's not until the 24th. It's until the next time I go grocery shopping.
Okay.
Because stocking little things to fill out what Santa brings.
Right.
Candies and such. So next time I go to the grocery store, I'll pick up some candies for just to pad everything
add in.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, I mean, Santa does most of the work.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But
you add a little bit in.
I do need to.
But you wait.
I do.
I'm shocked.
Everything else is good to go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an early decorator.
Oh, I was going to say.
I'm an early big gift shopper. But the stocking kind of tends to wait. Because I like to see what
that's fair.
What I need to be doing.
That's fair. That's fair.
For people who are going out this weekend, I want to take a look at what they can expect weather-wise.
Sure. No, and there will be a lot of people out, as we know, going out shopping, and you can see right now that we are taking a look at our shopping forecast, which the good news is it looks really, really good across the area. Today, we've seen our temperatures for today already at our highs. We're still in the middle 30s right now. We'll kind of stick around there as we work our way through the morning hours. We're not seeing a lot of sunshine yet. I think more of that will likely come during the afternoon. But there will be. Those clouds will break up. We're not expecting any precipitation other than maybe a flurry far northern Iowa as we head through the afternoon. And then you can see northwest winds will start to kick in stronger, about 15 to 25. Now, while that won't affect your shopping, it will certainly start to bring our temperatures down. So the later we get into the afternoon toward the evening hours, that's when we are going to see temperatures drop. But by the standards that we saw yesterday, which was very cold, Thursday afternoon, extremely cold just with the strong winds, we won't see that as we head through the day today. Really looks like it's going to be pretty good, and then by 10 o'clock, hopefully your shopping's done by that point in time and you're home relaxing, about 28 degrees. So no shopping today, absolutely no problem at all, and that's really true tomorrow as well, because again, this weekend, between that and getting things ready, really no weather issues at all, which is good to say.
After a very busy winter weather weekends lead up.
Oh, well, think about the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We started with active weather, winter weather, and then just about every weekend you've had some, especially the last two as well, where there's been snow or ice or wind or something
frigid
cold. All of that affecting eastern Iowa. So to take a break now, it may not be the time that people want to take a break as far as snow.
That's true. But at least to get stuff done.
Oh, yeah. No. There's going to be, again, no problems at all. Looks fantastic if you're a weekend before Christmas shopper.
Are you? You done?
No.
No?
No. A little delayed because we're going to celebrate a little bit later when my daughter gets back. So that will be some of the reason. But otherwise, no, not done yet. So I haven't, I've only wrapped a couple things too. So I've got a lot of wrapping to do too. So I've got a lot to get done in the next few days.
I'm going to call you out a little bit on your Christmas tree.
Go ahead.
How many ornaments are on it?
3.
A little delayed.
The ornament boxes came up last night. They are sitting and waiting to be placed on the tree. They will be placed later today.
I will proudly say my tree has been up since Black Friday.
Oh, I know. Well, my tree's been up since Black Friday.
Your bare tree.
It has lights.
Okay, it's got
It has
lights.
lights. Yeah, so I'm a little delayed in putting the ornaments on.
But
How long do you keep yours up and decorated? Now, both artificial trees.
yes.
I understand. Real tree, you've got to really contend with that.
Yeah.
How long do you keep it up and decorated?
I will hopefully have it down the second week of January.
Probably at least the 15th before we'll take it.
Sure.
So you still keep it up? Okay.
I keep mine up.
Okay.
I like the sparkles.
Well, it's really the Christmas season kind of
Yeah.
starting and kind of hang on to it throughout that time frame.
Last year
so
it was
you're-
really bad. Last year the tree came down in April.
April? Fully decorated through April?
I had a really busy year last year.
Wow.
And finding the time to
Did you ever just look and say, well, happy spring solstice tree? And
spring solstice.
I mean, it'll be in
I will
March.
just leave it up year round at that point. I have my own tree growing in my.
You could. You could. So again, you're going to hope for mid-January. I think there's
I'll
some.
get it down.
The saddest thing, if I may just comment, sometimes you go or drive around on the 26th, the day after Christmas, and you're ready to see trees out. Now, if it's a real tree, sometimes that has to happen.
Sure.
But at least maybe through the New Year,
Yeah.
at least through New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
Yeah, I agree with that. We got ours out of the house growing up pretty quick because we always had a real tree.
Right.
And so it got out of the house really fast. Now, how long it sat outside the doors of the house? 'Cause,
Well,
I mean, wooded area. A tree in the yard isn't the
Right.
biggest of deals. But it sat there for a while before we drug it away to the burn pile. But, so let's do our hypothetical situation, kind of
Okay.
like what we did with Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We've done our shopping.
We're done.
We're done.
Shopping is finished.
Done this week.
Presents are wrapped.
Yep.
Good.
We're ready,
Sure.
but maybe we're traveling to see family
Okay.
for the Christmas holiday.
Okay.
What can we expect travel-wise?
Well, let's take a look at some current travel conditions, and
Okay.
we'll begin. Look at a couple of the DOT cams.
So if you're leaving today,
Yeah, so if you're leaving right now, and this is Tower Terrace Road at 380, you can see 380 on the bottom of the picture, Tower Terrace Road on the top. That's the interchange that's right there on Tower Terrace Road. You can see number one, that snow, not a lot seen, certainly not on the roadways, and traffic moving along just fine. And as you might have guessed, that's going to be the case as we take a look at many of our city cams as well as our road cams today. There's 380 at Wilson Avenue as it moves through Cedar Rapids again. Traffic certainly has picked up from earlier this morning when we were starting the shows at about 6 o'clock, but looks good for travel. In fact, not even wet right now. That's at 380 at Forever Green Road as we head over toward North Liberty. Traffic moving along just fine as well. We're not expecting travel difficulties. And there's the 8380 interchange. Again, no problems at all. There's a little bit of snow on the shoulder, but nothing that we should certainly concern ourselves with. So that would be true across not only eastern Iowa, but right now across all of Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, if you're doing some traveling, green and seasonal driving conditions. Now that doesn't mean if there's a shady area in a spot that has seen some snow, there couldn't be a slick spot or two out there.
sure, it's still cold enough for those to appear.
Wholeheartedly. And because we saw the temperatures yesterday go way down, they'll go down again tonight. So you guys want to watch those spots here and there. But overall, that's great travel conditions for this weekend. There should be zero problems as well. We'll just take a quick look at the weather as well that you'll see here in the upper Midwest during that same time period all the way through Sunday. We're just going to kind of slow this down a little bit. You see a storm system. There's one that's moving through, so that's early on Monday. Maybe a flurry or two in northern Iowa, but really that's about it. That mainly stays across Wisconsin and Minnesota. You can see then as we head through Christmas week and our travels continue, some clouds in and out. That's probably the biggest thing. Will we have clouds or won't we have clouds? Wednesday, there's a little disturbance that kind of develops near us. Some models put a little bit of light rain. That's Christmas Eve into the area. I think it would be light. Well, one thing we might have to watch for in a couple spots maybe is little patchy areas of fog, but there you go, Christmas Day. Absolutely no problems across Iowa or generally the states surrounding Iowa. Take out that little snow moving across Minnesota and Wisconsin as we move through our Monday right there. that could cause some slick travel conditions. So if you headed off toward the northeast, that would be one spot maybe to watch on Monday. But other than that, no, it looks good around here.
Sure, but not everybody is staying local to the Midwest. So maybe if we're hopping on a plane, maybe we're hopping on a plane today.
If you're hopping on a plane, guess what?
What?
Things look good.
Fantastic.
It has been very, very nice for travel for this weekend. That's the latest data that we have in from several airports, so that includes Cedar Rapids. Again, as we always say, always call ahead if you're flying. Make sure, check your app. They update those very regularly if there happens to be delays. Now, there could be something mechanical that we don't know about. Weather delays, though, certainly still look good. That's all the way through Denver, St. Louis, Des Moines, looking good right now with no delays. That's also true Atlanta, Detroit, Minneapolis, and Charlotte. The one spot there may be some delays today, and there were some delays yesterday. If you're headed out to the northeast into New York, there's been some very powerful winds that can kind of slow things down a bit in spots, but airport delays right now look just fine across the area, so nothing we want to worry about. We can walk through the national weather picture just for those that are doing some traveling. We'll just begin with Sunday because today, again, pretty quiet. If you're traveling, you may have hit the road already. You're going to see two spots that will probably be the most active as we head through our Christmas week. One will be back across the northwest, and the other will be across the far northeast. Other than that, we really are fairly quiet. There's a broad ridge of high pressure that's developing that'll keep us quiet. So there's Sunday. We just can kind of move ahead through the day. There may be a little rain down toward the Gulf Coast, but you saw. In the Rockies, what do you expect to see in the Rockies?
Snow.
And that's what they're going to see. So that's not uncommon. Not uncommon at all. We look ahead from Monday into Tuesday. There's the one disturbance that may again move across the upper Midwest. Could affect the Ohio Valley, maybe areas out toward Pennsylvania, West Virginia getting a little bit of rain, some snow as you head farther north up toward upstate New York and into Vermont and Maine, and then again some snow. Where? In the Northern Rockies. There's Wednesday for Christmas Eve as we start the day. Again, the West Coast. So this could bring some rain to California. See how much moisture can move in with that. Still some scattered snow showers of far, far northeast, but much of the nation extremely quiet in your hubs. For Cedar Rapids, if you're flying out, Chicago, St. Louis, Minneapolis, Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, look just fine for travel if you happen to be traveling on the 24th. West Coast, maybe a little bit of rain, again, across areas of the Ohio Valley for early Christmas. That could have gave us a sprinkle or two as well. And then we head through the remainder of Christmas Day, and it really focuses itself back across the west. But these are not major storm systems, and again, not where it's not expected. In the higher elevations of the Rockies, this time of the year you get snow, so they would be expecting that. So right now as it looks, as we sit here on Saturday, and we'll certainly be updating this as we head through the week, we'll be watching travel conditions. No major storm systems at all for much of the nation, and that's good news for any travelers because friends, family, relatives coming in or going many places. It looks like it should be pretty good.
And I think a lot of people are kind of breathing a sigh of relief after the Thanksgiving travel fiasco. I had a lot of family friends that had, come out to visit. Oh, can we drive back this Saturday after? And we're saying, no, find different plans.
Oh, yeah.
So, now that we can kind of breathe a sigh of relief that Christmas travel will be good, while it will be sad that we won't see snow, I think it's okay.
I think many people will accept that.
Yes,
And it looks pretty good. We didn't go any farther than Christmas, but it looks pretty good after that too.
Yeah.
So right now, through at least that following weekend, which many people would come back, it looks pretty good. New Year's week, we'll see how that goes when we get there.
It sounds like good napping weather if you're a car nap person.
Are you a car nap person?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You're comfortable enough that you can just fall asleep and just let the car go?
Yep. What?
Well, let your driver drive, right?
Sound like I'm one?
No.
No.
Not a self-driving car. I understand that.
Yeah. I'll put my little eye mask on, and I'll have a bunch of pillows and blankets. It's great.
Wow.
I build myself a little nest.
I want to be, even if I'm in the passenger seat, I would want to, unless I'm really extremely tired, I want to be watching. Doesn't matter.
Don't care.
Well, good for you.
We're going to get there somehow. I'll peek out from under my mask to see the ETA. I'll go, okay.
Oh, another 6 hours.
Yeah,
back to sleep.
Go back to sleep. Before we get ahead of ourselves,
Yes.
we need to talk about our poll on Facebook.
Oh, good point.
Yes.
Because we had a little talk this morning.
We did. I won't call it an argument.
No.
We had a little kerfluffle
Sure.
on whether The 1964 claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a movie.
Right.
So we put out this poll, and it's still up. And
Go
you can
to Rebekah's
my
Facebook page.
Rebekah Vaughan, KCRG. Vote on the poll, whether you agree or not, if it's a movie. Should we explain now why we got into our little debate?
Sure, go right. You may start.
So Rudolph is my favorite movie.
Okay, you've already given away what you think.
I have. It is a movie.
Yeah, because I asked you, I said, what is your favorite Christmas movie? And you said, Rudolph.
And I said it very powerful, very confident.
And I looked at you and said, Rudolph's not a movie.
Yes, it is.
Anyway.
So that's the debate. Is it a movie, or is it a you called it a Christmas special?
A Christmas special, let's just call it that. Because now, we've had this discussion already,
Yes.
it's only a half hour, or an hour, a half hour, Rudolph.
Half hour.
Half hour. That's not long enough.
Yes.
Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life,
Sure.
A Christmas Carol,
Sure.
Home Alone, not Die Hard, we won't get into that debate, A Christmas Story, The Muppet Christmas Carol, movies, long, Rudolph, short. I believe it would not be considered a movie.
I would wholeheartedly consider it a movie. Because you also brought up The Grinch is not a movie?
No, that's also the original, okay, the animated original
Sure.
Grinch, I think it's from probably the early 70s.
Sure.
Just a special. It's 30 minutes long, it's not a movie.
It's a movie.
It's great. I enjoy them both.
I would sit down with
I
popcorn.
watch them both. Well, you can have popcorn with a special.
It's a movie.
So go on Rebekah's Facebook page, vote. We'll check in at the end of our live stream and see where we are at with how you think whether Rudolph, the 1964
Yes.
animated special, is a movie or not.
We're already leaning very strong one way.
I know. I've seen the results so far. You can come through. Come on.
It's a movie. So earlier this week, we were out at a local Hy-Vee. And we were ringing bells. KCRG as a whole, we were out ringing bells for the Salvation Army. That was so much fun.
I'm glad you had a good time. It's something that we haven't done for a long time as a station. There was a time where we would go out every year and the station would go, and at different times through the day, different people from TV9 would be out and would be ringing bells. We started, and we were at the Edgewood Road Hy-Vee.
There we are.
You and I started things off at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then we had people throughout the day ringing bells for the Salvation Army. Now, a couple things. First of all, that picture alone surprised me. Not the picture, but they have technologically advanced their bell.
There. You can just tap your card.
Tapper, and they had a QR code on the top. It was so easy to give to the Salvation Army, such a great cause. And we were there. I love on my apron. I am a bell ringer.
I am a bell ringer.
And let's just say it was raining.
Yeah. It was chilly.
We made it through. We were then relieved an hour later.
Becky Phelps, Brian Tavick.
They came in. Now look at that. That's a new addition that I never have met. Captain Kettle.
Captain Kettle.
He was there as well. You see Justin there as well. Justin came at 11 o'clock for our midday show. And again, it seems when you talk to the Salvation Army is that when a kettle has ringers with it, people tend to give, rather than a sad kettle that's just kind of sitting there.
Well, and I think it's interesting because when you had mentioned that to me while we were out there, I can definitely say I've walked into a store and the kettle is there, but there's no ringer. And in my head, I was like, am I allowed to donate? Because if there's no one there, I don't know, am I allowed to just stuff money in the bucket? Is it going to get to where it needs to go?
Right.
So I didn't know that that was an option. And I'm glad I know now. And hopefully some people see this and maybe they thought the same thing and know that, yes, even though there's not a bell ringer there, you can still donate.
It was great to see everyone. It was great to say hello to all the folks. There's Jackie and Kristen that were out. We had Beth, we had Jim, we had Danielle, we had Chelsea was out, Corey was out, Camille was out. Again, all through the day. It was we thank everyone for coming. We thank you for donating. Salvation Army said, wow, thank you for coming out and doing that. It's something that hopefully we can do as a station again.
No, definitely.
And the need continues.
And that's the thing. With 1 week until Christmas, the Salvation Army is still putting out that call saying, please donate, trying to bridge the gap. They say these are the most vital days of the holiday season for giving. So if you see one of those buckets out there, and even if you just reach into your pocket and you've got a couple of quarters, anything counts. They want to make sure no one is missed with donations. They want to make sure they're able to do as much as they can. You saw in the first picture here, I'll kind of go back to it. If you see one of these out there, you can see those on the right side of your screen. You just tap your card. They also have Venmo that you can donate. They're just expanding to different levels to reach people where they are. Because how many times do you or don't you have cash in your pocket?
Oh, yeah.
And while we were out there, we saw plenty of people, they walk by, they take the QR code. So it's a good thing to be doing, and especially now that we're counting down to Christmas.
And this is their biggest fundraiser of the year. It's the one that funds most of their programs, which can include many different things from meals to clothes to just helping folks out. There's just so many things that the Salvation Army does.
And the Salvation Army sent out kind of a press release to us. As the temperature drops and the holiday just keeps approaching, the organization is seeing an 18% increase in requests for emergency aid compared to last year. So again, like you were saying, this is one of those things that helps fund so much that they do. So if you see a kettle out, if you see people out there bell ringing, and you have some money, find it in your heart to give a little, it goes to a good cause. It's going to help people.
Absolutely. And again, the need is high. So we know that now from their what they've said, and it is higher this year than last year. So help them out. Salvation Army does a lot of good for many, many folks. And I'm glad we could just make a small part of that here at TV9.
And I'm glad that they welcomed us to come out there. It was a lot of fun.
And they've welcomed us back for next year. Ready?
Oh, 100%.
Put you down on the list.
I love it. All right, if you're out and about and you want to do some things this weekend.
Maybe you're done with your shopping.
You're done with your shopping.
You're not stressed at all.
You have traveled to Eastern Iowa for your holiday week. You're here.
So many things going on.
There's some good things to get into. We've got some good stuff to look at.
Santa Village, of course, is taking place at Hawkeye Downs. That's been going on throughout December. Just a great time. Lots of stations for the kids are out there. I will be out there tomorrow. I think at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I can't remember, 1 or 2 o'clock. I'll be reading some books, which will be fun. I know Jim Mertens was out there earlier, like last week, I think, reading some books as well. You can meet Santa, get that final, request in with the big guy.
Gotta get it done this week.
Looks good. A little colder tomorrow, a little warmer as we head through Sunday.
Do you know what books you're going to be reading?
I don't. I have a few Christmas books at home, so I may pull those out. That would include The Grinch. Do you have a good Christmas book you like? What
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's also a book.
I would agree. It is a book.
A novel, something.
I would not call it a novel.
I
would
know.
call it a book. Oh, I know.
I'm being a goober.
If you didn't listen earlier, go to Rebekah's Facebook page. There's a poll you need to vote on that. In Iowa City, film scene in the Chauncey. That's at 11:30. So that's coming up, and not too far from right now. There's tractor wagon rides. That's happening right now until 4 o'clock. Kids could also drop off their letters.
Santa is busy today.
Oh, man. He is absolutely busy. No problems at all if you want to do that down in Iowa City. And there's stuff going on across eastern Iowa. Brucemore, just a beautiful, beautiful mansion. The Holiday Lights Tours of Brucemore, 5 to 8:30. Self-guided tours with the Christmas trees that decorate the mansion. Of course, outside, just fine. Inside, even better.
Yes.
It'll be a little warmer, probably in the near 70 degrees, I would guess.
I'm sure that would just look beautiful. I haven't gotten to take part in this one yet. I need to go and visit and see everything.
Have you been inside Brucemore
No,
yet?
I haven't.
Well, you've been here a short period of time, but you would like that.
I've been told that I would really enjoy Brucemore.
Yeah, I think you would. And the Holiday Lights Tour with the Christmas trees is gorgeous.
I bet it's beautiful.
So if you get a chance to do that, that's again happening today. Also in Cedar Rapids, out at Hawkeye Downs, while you're there for the Santa, Made in Iowa Merry Market. Again, as we said, temperatures outside fine, cool on Sunday, but that's seasonal for this time of the year. This one sounds kind of fun up in Cedar Falls. Reindeer games. That's over at River Place Plaza today from 10 until noon. You can help Santa and his reindeer with their big flight, so that's happening right now. You can still head out, though. They're till noon. I'm sure you can greet the reindeer. It's not always you can see a reindeer, too.
That's true.
You know, Santa.
Have you ever met a reindeer?
I think I have.
Okay.
I don't remember really, but I think I have at a Christmas tree farm once.
That's fair.
They had reindeer out at the Christmas. Have you?
I have met a reindeer before.
Wow.
We were friends.
Any particular one, or don't you just
They
didn't divulge their name?
No, they wanted to
Okay.
keep it quiet. They didn't want, me spreading where
That's
Santa's
fine.
reindeers
Oh,
were
I
at.
understand. No, I understand.
But
They do make little trips every now and then. Well, Santa's got to get here,
oh yeah.
so he's got to find a way to get here. Could be on the reindeer. Games, activities, treats should be a good time. Do an update on this. We track Santa.
Ooh, I love the NORAD. This is sorry.
And we track. We partner with NORAD, right? They're the
Yes.
Northern Defense Radar across the United States. We partner with them every year, and this is the good news. We have had a little bit of activity at the North Pole. So this is likely the reindeer kind of doing some practice flights.
Sure.
It's being picked up on radar,
Getting ready.
and they have to. I mean, the reindeer have to train as well. Think if you're doing a marathon, you can't just go out and run a marathon.
That's true.
And think what they do in one night.
Multiple marathons.
Multiple and fast.
Probably hundreds of marathons.
Super fast.
Yes.
So it does look like some activities happening at the North Pole. So while Santa kind of visits here and there, some of the reindeer do look like they are up and about and doing some things right now at the North Pole. And we'll be tracking the reindeer and Santa's trip all the way from Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. So you'll want to join us for that on our newscasts.
No, yes. I love that we track and we get to talk with some of the folks at NORAD.
We'll be having interviewing on Christmas Eve during our midday show. We'll be talking to a general with NORAD who will give us the indication of how Santa's trip is doing, and then find out how they do this, what equipment they use, what does he know about Santa. Maybe he has access to the nice and naughty list. I don't know, but we'll find out when we talk to them on midday. That's coming up Christmas Eve this week.
No, I love it. Do you have one specific Christmas tradition that you make sure that you do every year that you have to do?
Or it wouldn't be Christmas.
Give me one.
Okay, just one. The meal on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
It is a very particular sausage that we get up in near my hometown,
Okay.
and they only make it once or twice a year, normally just once a year around the Christmas season. It's literally called holiday sausage. Comes in a ring. It's a pork-based sausage. I have never tasted anything like it other than that. I could not tell you what spices are in it, but we always have that on Christmas Eve, and I've been having that since I was
Yeah.
just a little guy. So that is a tradition that still continues, and I got word that I will have my sausage for this year as well. So I will be set for Christmas Eve. That meal will happen.
No, I love it.
How about you?
Mine, I had to think long and hard because we have a lot of traditions in my household when it comes to Christmas.
Sure.
But one that I've continued on with my own little family now in our own little house is the yearly ornament.
Okay.
So growing up, my parents did this thing where whatever your thing was of the year, you got an ornament to represent it.
That's fun.
So if I went to district band, I would get a little ornament of a clarinet. My brother had one that was a trumpet. He had one that was the track around the football field when he
Okay.
went to states for track and field. So we have continued that on with my fiance and I. And instead of us both getting one, we flip-flop each year.
Okay. So whose year is it this year?
It's his year.
Okay.
He says it's on the way.
Okay.
So
Well, good.
he's very excited about it.
Okay.
So
You've had a busy year.
We have.
So it's just one aspect of your year, or does it try to combine the whole year?
it'll be interesting
Okay.
because we have had a pretty busy year.
Yeah.
We've done a lot.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how he combines things.
Okay.
But he seems very excited about it. So when we moved into the apartment 2 years ago,
Sure.
it was an ornament with the apartment address.
Oh, cute.
When we brought home our puppy, it was an ornament with the puppy on it, like a cartoon that looks
Sure.
like the puppy. So it'll be interesting to see what we do this year. So this will be year 5
Okay.
or our 5th ornament or something since we continued it on. So I'm excited.
Who does a better job? I'm not going to say, no, we'll wait to see what, we'll wait and see. Well, you do not have to answer that.
No,
It's the Christmas season.
Yeah, it's
That's fun, though. What a neat tradition, though,
It's
to
fun.
keep alive and
like
keep
it.
going. That's cool.
'Cause then
And you look at your tree.
Exactly. 30 years from now, I'll look at the tree and I'll go, I remember that in 2022. Or
When you have more than 3 ornaments on like mine. I understand.
I think we need to pull up our poll. It's time.
All right.
It's 10:30.
See,
So, is Rudolph
the 1964 animated television special.
claymation movie?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a movie? We had 159 votes.
Nice. Thank you to everyone for participating. And
47. That's 29%. Said no.
wow.
It's not a movie.
Wow.
112. 70% of the votes say yes.
Wow.
It is a movie.
There you have it. Eastern Iowa has spoken and have agreed with Rebekah. Rudolph is, I will never watch Rudolph the same way again.
It's a movie.
I will now say I'm going to watch the Rudolph movie.
Yep.
Wow.
Now don't get confused because there is another thing called the Rudolph movie.
No. We're talking about, again, the
The
claymation special.
The original
Oh, yeah.
TV movie.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
In this holiday season, you've got a gift from Eastern Iowa.
And you can keep voting on it
Sure.
and just make that gap bigger.
Or you can catch that gap up, and by tomorrow morning, who knows? Things may change.
They won't. It's a movie. They've decided it's a movie. Well, it's 10:30.
It is.
That's all the time we have this morning for our Saturday morning stream. But we will be back
Tomorrow morning
at 10 a.m. to talk more about what you can expect if you're hitting the road tomorrow. And
Yeah, we'll take a look at some Christmas facts, maybe some white Christmases, kind of see how the trend has been.
Sure.
Take a look at, because it's going to be warm, take a look at kind of how that's going to has interacted several years here in Eastern Iowa with the warmth that we're going to see this year. So we'll have some other fun things as well. We'll check in on Santa as well.
Yeah,
See how he's doing.
all right. Well, we will leave you with that for today. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Bye-bye.